All right, everybody. I think we are just about ready to get rolling here. Get on here. You guys can hear me. Let me know what's going on. I got a few buttons to whack here and get this thing all set up for you. It's good to be here today. Let me get the chat up here. I'm in. Donita says, hello from Washington. Howdy, everybody. So, yeah, if you can hear me, I put a little something in the chat. Doesn't have to be too crazy. Here from California, Michelle, UK, 10 p.m. here. I'm glad you're checking in. Cool. Hear ya. Karen's the first one. Melanie's on here. She says so too. Awesome. Super good. So I appreciate you guys tuning in today. What we're going to be doing today is our last day for the Equine Masterclass series. And what I thought we'd do is put together a special presentation for you. I know some of you have been watching some of my lives already. This one's going to be a little bit different. We're going to be talking about some different things today to help motivate you, encourage you, get you over some hurdles and things. So a little different presentation. And then at the end, I'm going to give you guys the last shot at the final offer for the Equine Masterclass. So that's going to be at the end of this. You want to stick around for that. It's such a cool deal here. And I pulled up some new slides today, built some new stuff for you guys, new presentation. So if you've seen the others, this is going to be different for you. So hopefully that works for you guys. So let me pull up a little bit something here and get our thing here. Okay, so what we got going here, let me share the screen here. It doesn't have to be quite that big. All right, so we've got our Equine Masterclass New Year's launch event going today. All right, that is the main feature of what we're going to be going on here. But we are going to be specifically getting into some areas of study that you guys might be interested in. So you want to stick around for that. Let me pull up here. We got to scroll through on my slides. I have not done slides before this year, and I'm telling you, there's a lot of slide action that goes on in here to get these things to work. So let me just pull up the proper location for today and we'll get started. So what we wanted to talk about with you guys today is this. Have you ever really, really struggled with something? It doesn't have to be horses. It could be horses or horsemanship. But put something in the chat like, it doesn't have to be super personal, but like something you struggled with. Has anybody struggled? Even just a yes, I have struggled. Like we're humans. We all struggle, right? So, inquiring, oh, what was in the trailer? Oh, that's going to be for a different live. It's a surprise. Yeah. We can turn off this little scroller thing here. That's for later. Okay, yeah, what was in the trailer? That's a whole new thing. So let's get back on to what you guys are struggling with. You are struggling with what was in the trailer, right? So health for one. And if anybody wants to share specifically, you can. And then I want you to think single parenting for 17 years. Holy smokes, Donita, that's a long call. I know what you're going through, girl. I've been a single parent for years. I don't even know how many children I got outside. It's ridiculous. They all got 4 legs. Well, some of them too. Chickens. I don't know if they count or not, but they're a little tough to keep alive. I'll say that. Amy, yes, we are here, Amy. I'm glad you have found the right page. It can be tricky. There's lots of different avenues and stuff, and if you don't have the alerts on, it sometimes doesn't grab you. So, but then who then had a breakthrough? Anybody? And it doesn't have to be horses. Like maybe in Donita's case, she had a health issue, and I don't know the full details, but maybe she found a doctor and they had a prescription or a thing or whatever to kind of fix whatever's going on. I don't know if that's the case, but just an example. Same amount of time. Holy smokes. Colic of horse, trials, attorneys, home improvement. Wonder which one of those is the hardest there. Sharon's like, oh, my kids have 4 legs. Yeah, we're in the 4-legged parental club, Sharon. And just so everybody knows, me and Sharon obviously know how to raise things. You're right. Let's see. Wendy's. Boy, there's single parenting all over the place here. All right. Two-leg and a real challenge. He's lucky he made it to 18. Very good. All right. So, and that's what we're going to try to revolve around today is have you ever really struggled with something, but then had a breakthrough? And we're going to try to loop that back around to horsemanship and see if we can help you guys out a little bit with that. So Cindy is struggling with the rain. Okay. And then she got a raincoat. What do they say in Alaska? I think this was on the wall in the airport at one point when I got off the plane maybe a couple years ago. And it says there's a banner. There is no such thing as bad weather, only bad gear. So, like, if you're not fully prepped in the waterproof, breathable gear, head to toe, yeah, the rain sucks. But if you get it all dialed in, your oilskin slicker or whatever, like, it's probably not too bad. But you got to be prepared. Holy smokes, yes, the brake thing, the bag is horrible. Ugh, poor Chelsea. Oh, there we go. Found health issues. Found a doctor that knew what was doing. So there we go. So she found something, right? And then she had a breakthrough, right? Okay. I don't know if this is a breakthrough or not. Oh, wait, hold on. That is, here we go. Thing jumps. Herding cats, riding on chickens. So you found the solution. Maybe some of your horsemanship is applying to the office, I believe, right? Let's see. All right. Yeah, and here we go. As Melanie says she broke her back, but has been amazing and be pushing through and is doing great now. This is good. It's a good thing she's young enough to kind of get through that. Cool. All right. Well, let's see what else we got here on our next situation. Da-da-da-da. So this is what happens here in the horse world, okay? If we have problems, okay, things get a little tricky, just like they kind of do in the real world sometimes. If you don't have things like dialed together, okay, then you're going to be suffering. So is your horse, right? Like we've all been there. Like who's had like the trailer loading dilemma or the spooky horse dilemma or the buddy sour dilemma or I don't have time dilemma. So then your consistency with your horse kind of sucks. And when you do spend time with them, they're just not the horse that they could be or should be, right? So we've all kind of had that, right? And what I want to talk to you guys today is some of these solutions on how to get there. And today we're going to be talking a little bit different angle than sometimes we do. But that's part of this program is to try to introduce new things to you guys and new ways to look at things, think about things, and see if we can kind of get to the bottom of some of these things. Who would like to get to the bottom of some of these problems? Okay. Let's see. Sharon says chickens buck worse than horses. I love. Ooh, here we go. We are promoting. Here we go. We got to show this for rain. This is a big one. Patagonia is a great brand and they're pretty breathable. Love them for hiking. See, these are good things. So many good things on here today. Okay. All right. Let's see here. We have an upcoming events title. That's nice on there. All right. So moving on. Moving on. Let us grab our next slide for our presentation. So let's talk about this. The cost of inaction. Okay. What does that look like? Because who here's ever been froze? Like, you know what? I have a problem and I don't want to fix it. Right? Or I do want to fix it, but I don't want to go through what it takes. Right? So we've all been there. We're like, oh, I got to take a half day off work to go see the doctor. Or I'm going to have to go drive all the way down there to that clinic. That means I got to drive my truck and my trailer. I got to get my horse bathed. I got to do all these things. Right? Or, he's not really that bad if I just don't push them too much. Maybe we'll come around and things will be okay, right? We have these little internal voices that can take a hold of us and actually cause the inaction, right? But think of how many times in your life where you stepped forward, you did action, and it paid off. Maybe at first when you did the action, it didn't all pay off immediately, but maybe you took lessons from that, like a lesson learned, and then the next time you made action, and then stuff started to produce, right? That's the idea, right? Is to move out, because we don't want you getting hurt. We don't want you missing out on the fun stuff, all right? And we don't want shots at our confidence, okay? So let's put out something here. Like, put a 1 in the chat if, because you didn't act properly, something like didn't get assembled or whatever, you got hurt. Put a 2 in the chat if you've missed out on some things. You weren't able to have as much fun with your horse because you didn't prep him. All right. Or put a 3 in the chat if you have had a big shot to your confidence or something. And that doesn't necessarily mean you had to get hurt. We can lose confidence in lots of different ways. I've had my confidence blown sometimes, and I never got a scratch on me. So let's see. Wendy says, having a Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5 job, cuts into fun time having with my horse, fun having with the horses, pays for it, but it's still annoying. I hear you. Anne says 1. Elisa says 3. Chelsea says 1 and 3. Let's see. Da, da, da. 3 for Carrie. Kathy's like, she's pulling it in here. 1, 2, and 3. And so is Wendy. 1, 2, and 3. Lindsay's on here for number 3. All right, so we got all of these things. Don't be leaving the presentation, Lindsay. We got a little photo of you on here and quote. You made the slide deck. A few of you did. Wendy made the slide deck. Lindsay made the slide deck. Kara did not make the slide deck this time. Ooh, this is a good one. Kara says, when I started, I couldn't find a horse I could get along with. Now I can get along with pretty much anything. Saved a lot of money looking for the elusive babysitter horse, and now I can help make them for other people. Yeah, Kara's been in the program pretty hard for what now? 6 years-ish, I think, Kara. 6-ish. So time's flying. She's making progress. Oh, Elisa's pulling her answer. She's editing. She's actually all 3. This is good. Here we go. Here's a good one. She's frozen by decision fatigue. Not sure what to do. Afraid what I do won't work. Yeah. So we've kind of been over these things in some of the other presentations, and these are all like real problems, right? We lack confidence in what we're doing. We're hesitant. We're, like she said, frozen by decision fatigue, right? We maybe don't have the time like Wendy. And then we're like, what do we do with the time we do have? How do we make this efficient? Like we call these limiting beliefs, right? Limiting beliefs. And we all have them. I have them. You have them. Everybody has them for various things, right? We're like, oh, it's just not going to be good enough, this, that, and the other. But then if you're not careful, it causes inaction. And inaction, if you're wanting to get to your goals, you're wanting to achieve these things, you want to get your confidence up, you want to get out and have fun, you want to minimize the injuries, that inaction is a big cause of those situations. All right. So let's move on to our next situation here. We are going to go to the 3 things that are holding you back. All right. 3 things that are holding you back. So what does that mean? Like 3 things that are holding you back. So let's just take some guesses. If you were to guess at 3 things that are holding you back right now, what are some of those things you could put on this list? Because we probably could do a webinar presentation for any of these things that you guys put on, really. But let's put in the chat, what are the 3 things holding you back? Just 3, just randomly. I'd love to hear from you guys. Let's take a minute. Marcy has 1. She says confidence. Me. Nancy has solved it for all of us. She says me. Very good. Elisa says indecision is one of them. Wendy's number 1 thing holding her back is, where did it go? Here we go. Her job. Okay. Oh, I love this one. Ourselves. Here we go. This one. Health, weather, etc. Good. Oh, this old excuse. Hold on. Man, you guys are clicking in here. Here we go. The old flooding excuse. No, I hear you there. I got a tiny roof, but man, I tell you, it is precious in the winter. I just about will not ride in my indoor arena when the outside footing is good, but in the winter, I love snuggling up in there. We get so much done. What else? Weather. Oh, here we go. This is an important one. Fear of falling off while mounting as I deal with my body. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Jody's got the hang of this. She says fear, motivation, and money. That's 3. All right. Oh, here's another triple. Confidence, doubt, motivation. Tammy Landy. Very good. All right. So let's talk about like those. I love all those. And we're gonna add 3 more to that list for you guys on a little bit more of a, I guess, deeper / general level, maybe. So let's talk about those 3 things here. So these are 3 things holding you back from inaction and fixing your things. So let's go here. These are our 3 things. So let me get around here and go around here. All right. Whoops. Is there a click in here? Oh, come on, slide. Let's see here. We got one more click sometime. There we go. All right. So we need pathway, the story, and the mindset. All right. We mentioned this a little bit yesterday during the 1 hour live, if any of you caught these things, but the pathway, the mindset, and the story. All right. So let's talk a little bit more about these things. So what a lot of us think we need is a pathway, and a pathway is very important and it is required. However, so is the order of things. And an analogy that I used yesterday was this. How many of you have ever said, look, I need to lose some weight or get in shape or be healthier or something in that general? Like we all relate to, we all have a body that gets us through. And if we take care of it, it helps us more. But if we don't, it helps us less. So let's say it's get in shape or eat healthier. Could be either one of those. How far would most of you have to travel to get to a store, a Pilates center, a health food place, some advice, whatever? How far would you have to travel from your home? Because most people, especially if you're close to town, probably wouldn't have to travel more than 10 to 15 minutes for a pathway, right? Just in general. And even if it was an hour, if you could fix your desire to be healthier and in shape better or whatever with a 1 hour travel, there's your answer, right? There it is. But there are things that hold you back, right? So these are 3 key pieces to get you going. But if you don't assemble them in the right order, okay, it's going to be tough. So, well, what stops us? Well, what stops us is your story. Okay. If your story's wrong, you're going to hold yourself back. Oh, I'm not good enough. Oh, I've tried literally everything. Like I ate carrots for a week and it didn't help me. All right. That mindset of, Oh, it's just not gonna work. I am a different type of person. I just don't react to whatever. Now, I'm not a health coach or anything. These are just examples, right? But this could also be with horses. Well, I went to Steve's clinic once in 1992, and I don't even know what happened. Okay. Like his program's the same. It's always been the same. I went one time for an hour. Okay. Or whatever the excuse was. Right. So the things that you tell yourself in your own mind are going to hold you back a lot. Right. So, yes, you need a pathway, but what you also need, more importantly than just a pathway, is you need something that's going to change the story in your mind to get you to go down the road to the carrot store or whatever place, the Pilates center or the life coach or whatever it is that you're needing, because the pathways are sitting out there, but you have to have a pathway and a program that's going to help you change your mindset so that you can use the pathway or at least get there in the first place. And that's partly what I try to do here. Like, yeah, there's things I'm offering you guys because I think they're pretty cool and they're beneficial and they're going to help you. But even if you can just be here for a little while and get some of your mindset changed, like I'm happy for you. And that's a win. All right. That's a huge win. So the thing that's going to help your story is your overall mindset. That's the third piece. So what we want to do is we want to flip all of these around, okay? And get to where mindset is first, then your story, then your pathway. All right? Cuz what happens with us is this is you can actually block yourself from progress if you're not careful. I've seen it so many times with people. They're like they'll show up to a clinic, okay? And they'll be like this is, let's see, hold on, let me stop this screen share. They'll be like, well, Steve, i'm I'm a dressage rider, or I'm a reiner, and you just don't understand, Steve. It's like, well, they're done. Or I'll be like, hey, let's try this. And you're like, oh, well, I don't want to try that. Like my horse might break a sweat. Or I I don't feel like pressure has anything to do with anything literally ever. Or I don't believe in metal around horses. So I'm not wearing spurs. I'm not putting a bit in his mouth or anything. I don't have any research behind that other than just that's how I feel. Okay. And immediately they just cut the whole thing off. Like they cut I call it cutting the instructor off, right? They're like, what they need to be saying is like, well, Steve, I have worked 3 horses in my whole life, and I owned one of them for 20 years, and I got out there and I rode him at least once a month on average for the 20 years. So I really know what I'm doing. And I know that you literally work more horses in 1 week than I have in my entire life. And you do it every week and the next week and the next week and the next week and the next week. And I know that you have seen and done more than probably anybody I've ever known with horses. But because I've worked these 3 horses, I know. So, well, it's kind of like saying, well, you popped a tent up one day out camping when you were in high school, so therefore you know how to build a house. And that was back in 1960. So now you're going to build a house this year in 2025. Do you really have the knowledge it takes? I mean, you physically could probably get it done, but do you know all the intricacies and the new things on the market, whatever that's going to help make this a success for you? Probably not. It's not possible. Okay. So you end up kind of cutting the instructor off there, and then they can't reach you as well. Like, hey, let's be open minded. Let's get in here and let's work on a few things. Right. Okay. So let me check the chat here. You get us pumped, prepped, and ready. Ooh, I like this. There we go. You get us pumped, prepped, ready, set, and go. Here we go. Tamby says, staying open-minded is important. Okay. Ooh, here we go. Donita's on this, the diet thing. She says, eggs and asparagus for breakfast every morning, less starch and sugar, more meats and veggies. Good. And then Cappy says, mindset is a big thing for me. All right. So how do we get this all working? It's like, well, we got to go back kind of to some of these things here and talk about our pathway, our story, our mindset. All right. How do these things get created? Well, you've got to have some help to get you there, friends, neighbors, or program that you can rely on. Okay. So, how do we fix these things? Well, here are some options within our little world. And we're going to get to those in a minute, but let's talk about maybe what it looks like when somebody has grabbed up these options of help with this community. All right. Let's meet Lindsay here. Some of you know Lindsay because she's a member of the Equine Masterclass now. And let's see what she has to say. What I like about Lindsay is this is she's not really been, and this is just my own understanding. She's not really been a horsemanship person, but she has been very active in the horse world. She team ropes, which is takes a lot of skill to come out of a box at 20 some miles an hour, put a rope on a steer, turn left, and safely do it without losing your fingers and getting bucked off and all these things, right? These are all very important things. So when she first got into the Equine Masterclass, she was struggling. All right. These things were a little bit tough for her. And because it was like the horses are like, oh my gosh, like this is all new. So I'm going to act out and be a little tough. Right. But then all of a sudden things got better for her. So she says here, I'm definitely seeing the fruits of our labor from Equine Masterclass. Some wins for me this week, and it's only Tuesday. So what had happened with her is she had a little rough start trying to get into the program because everything was new. She hadn't been to a clinic, she hadn't been to a camp and all these things. And I told her, I says, it's going to take you a few weeks to kind of start laying this foundation, especially if you're there kind of on your own doing it. But look at what she's come up with. She says, the one actually walked on a loose rein, cooled him off after the exercises. It's usually a fight. And then the next one says here, she says, Gary, so she has two horses. She has a young horse and an older horse. And Gary's older horse says, Gary is much quicker to respond to my ass when roping and giving me a much better flex going left. He tends to drop his shoulder and dive in, but we're working on a clearer ask, more softness, and better balance. This is great. So she's working it. She's getting after it and making things happen. All right. Who else do we have here next? We have Wendy, our one that's herding chickens with the attorneys. Okay. So she just dropped this here just today, I think, maybe yesterday. Using all the EQMC lessons on focus, feel, rhythm, and timing, and pressure and release to build my relationship with her coming 3-year-old Sadie. This was the first time that she came and stood with me at Liberty instead of staying on the fence. Seeing her gain confidence in herself and me in the last 4 months that we've been together has solidified my commitment to this program. So she was already super committed. She's already like, I love these programs. But because the Equine Masterclass just opened about 6 weeks ago, all right, she's seeing a renewed solidification in the program because she's putting these direct lessons to work with her horse. Thank you, Stephen, for all that you've taught me so far and for building your program for us to continue to grow. I love that. Let's look here. Rosie. All right. Rosie's got some stuff going here. She says, as I've been working with these two the last couple of weeks, it has been so cool to finally understand what it means when they are searching for direction and what's next. Now, Rosie here, she has been in the program for quite a while now, maybe 2 years, but she's more or less new to horses. She's got one of her first horses here that she's been riding and doing things. So she's been struggling because a lot of it at first is the mindset. And that's kind of what we're talking about. We got to get our mindset to then fix our story. And then our story fixes all of our outcomes so that we can follow the pathway. All right. So here she says, I finally get it. She says, I have completely changed my mindset and am laser focused when I'm working with them. The videos are helping me for sure. The transformation and the relationship just keeps getting better. Looking forward to an amazing year ahead. Now, how cool would that be to be in that situation where you can just like move forward, be excited, and get some things going? And you know, she's worked on this the hard way, right? She has had her struggles and had all the things that she had to get going. Like she's starting kind of from scratch. And for her to have some breakthroughs like this, just 6 weeks into the Equine Masterclass program, and she's been practicing, she's been coming to the clinics and camps. I don't know her full number, but I bet she's been to 5 or 6 deals in the last year or 2, it maybe a couple more. So she's invested her time, right? So she's physically present and doing things with her horse, but she's seeing some extra transformations because she's watching the videos, reviewing. It's bringing information back that we've already covered at clinics. She's like, aha. Because how does she know? How do you know? Anybody know? If I'm giving you a clinic or camp, what exactly you should be listening to in those hours and hours and hours of presentations, and how are you going to retain it? In my mind, a person really should only be able to retain about 10% of a clinic or camp mentally, like exact lessons and stuff. 10%. That's why I say it takes some evolution and some time. So because she has the videos and the support from the Equine Masterclass, she's able to refresh that. And probably what's happening, she's taking that 10% from each clinic, and now it's 15 to 20% because she's like, oh yeah, we covered that at the clinic. I forgot all about it. Here it is sitting in a video in another form to review. All right. Who do we have next here? We have Judy. Now, this is an interesting one because a person might say, oh, Steve, all you ever talk about is the good success here. It's like, well, let's see what Judy has to say. All right. She says, I've been working groundwork with Yaya, and I feel like it is a struggle every day. I'm not sure if he is even learning anything. I know it has to be me and something I am doing wrong. I am thinking it is my timing and release that is bad. I use the stick more for protection, and it seems to get him to stop biting the rope. Maybe my expectations are unrealistic in how we should be progressing. Here are some videos to show you what we are doing. And what I want to point out about this one here isn't just what she said, but this right here. What does this say? And this is just hours after posting. So this is being posted in the Equine Masterclass community. You see this number right here? 36 comments from people. 36 different comments. I commented, the group commented, and it's things like this. Hi, Judith. First, love the name. Second, take a deep breath. It will get better. One thing I'm noticing is that you are not using the phases of pressure. Use the 4 count to help remind yourself where you are at when he starts to step towards you, et cetera, et cetera. So people like immediately jumped in here and tried to help her. Karen says, yeah, such a cool name. How old is Yaya? It will get easier. I remember my own experience with learning groundwork, when to release, more pressure, etc. Hang in there. Okay. And then Judith gets back and more people get back. See, there's 3 replies here, right? And so like people are interacting here and working each other through just a little bit. And that's not just, so it's not just me in there, it's the community. And it's really important because these are all the things that are going to help change your story. All right. And Judith is brand new. She's got a young horse. The horse, has been a little bit over gentled in its raising. Maybe it was born that way. Maybe it learned to get that way. Maybe it's part of its breeding. But regardless, it's that way. It is really gentle and to the point of kind of being dull and lost. It's like, that healthy fear, respect for humans. It's like, like how a mom sometimes, like back to the single parents, can like look at the child and then things change, right? And then there's some parents that it doesn't matter what they do. They could look and move and take things away or whatever, and the kid just never pays attention, right? In this case, right, she's able to like what I'm saying is like, as a parent, you should be able to just look. But what's happened here in her case is she's lost that ability. That horse doesn't look at her like that anymore. Okay. So what we're trying to do is progress her back to that point. And it's a process. It is a process. But my point here is there is a community here to support her in the Equine Masterclass. And she will break it through because essentially a few weeks prior to this, okay, was let's see here. Who are we? This was Lindsay's post a few weeks prior. This is current, okay? But Lindsay had a post not too long ago that was similar to Judith's. I didn't put it up here, but essentially she's like, I'm struggling. I'm screwed. Okay. Just a few weeks ago. And we, as a group, kind of come at her a little bit, say, okay, try this, try this, try this, try this. And then bam, she's out of the rut. And I'm hoping Judith finds the same thing for her. All right. And Judith's is also going to be back at some camps. This one is a really good one here. I like this one. So this is Christina. And Christina says, so, and this is good. She's like, I didn't want to post, and she's posting. Hopefully she's okay with me putting it on here. This is important stuff to share, though. This is super important. All right. 2025 is the year I'm working on my side of the horsemanship equation priority. Instead of coding much of what Steve talks about, I'll summarize the situation. I'm the problem. All right. And this was huge because a lot of this was put on the horse. And I'm not saying it's never the horse. There's a lot of things that go on with the horse, but equally, we're as responsible as the horses here. And she says here, in 2024, last year, I found I wasn't helping my horse be less dull by being non-committal with my ass, not firming up, committing to my phases, or by enacting the dreaded, oops, that was wrong, better stop, reset, try again. It was more dull and had zero desire or motivation to try. Yikes. So what she's essentially doing is describing where Judy's at right now. Okay. He says, now, while I'm still a work in progress, and most of the time it looks messy, I'm shifting my mindset. This is key. Her mindset to build us up, not tear myself down. So I'm shifting to seek out the positives in sessions first, noting and making adjustments that could be on what could be and needs to be better in the future. Second, a major struggle with the journey Ray and I have been on has been my inconsistency, full stop. But wait, there's more in recognizing what true progress is, how to track it. Two major changes in this video. We don't have the video on here, but if you're in the group, you can see it. Her expression. We used to have nasty pinny ears anytime you pick up the lead rope or a session. And two, her try is showing. Grateful for Steve's methods, sharing them with us, and all of you for sharing your stories and experience. If you made it to the end, cheers. You earned it. This is so good. This is like this thing. When I first put out the Equine Masterclass, like I knew it would be helpful. I knew it would have some structure. But you don't know until it's actually live is who's really going to grab a hold of things, who's really going to dive in there and get things. And she is absorbing and using, and in her own words, like understanding and putting into herself and her horse all the things we're talking about today just because she's a member. Now, she's been to a couple, I think she went to maybe one camp, one clinic, something like that. So she's kind of new to the program physically. Okay. But she hopped in, she joined Equine Masterclass just a month and a half ago, got in, threw down, and now, like, just looking at these words and this structure, she's changed, right? She's changed. And this takes time. This isn't about being in a hurry or something, but she has changed. Her mindset is changing. Her story is changing. And those are the keys that now she can be effective on a pathway. It's so cool. I love sharing these things. Yeah, here we go. So here's some people saying, um, watched your videos, went through the one right away, then came to camp. Camp really solidified the rhythm and steps for me. I didn't understand the touch until I saw it in person. It makes a huge difference if you can go get a camp and clinic. These are good. Very good. Here we go. This is a good one. If it fits on here, this is from Melanie. I've been riding my entire life and considered myself to be a decent rider. I have even trained some of my own horses, but nothing has opened my eyes like Steve's program. I've been a participant in many, many horse disciplines and since being a part. I love this. This is great. I love this. This is great. All right, cool. So let's move on here. What is our next surprise slide? All right, so let's talk about the tools that everybody's using. So one tool, okay, is the in-person camps and clinics. All right, we just released our early bird specials. They're out to the 15th. Okay, ready to go. So that is one option. Get you guys into a clinic, get you guys into the camp. All right. The next on what we're talking about today, because this is the last day. This is your last chance to get in. Okay, we're going to talk about that here in a minute. But some of the tools that we offer, okay, the next one is the online Equine Masterclass. It's the brand new program, which just come out with about 6 weeks ago, just released it. It's been in production for a very long time. It is a conglomeration of my life's work, okay, and it is the reason why people like Lindsay and Wendy and all of these people I showed, Judith is working through, okay, and Christina is getting things going. Is why these people are successful is because they're using these programs that are available. All right. They are using these structures. Okay. Because what I want is I want you guys to be able to eliminate this fork in the road. You're wrong versus you're right. Okay. So the Equine Masterclass, what it does for you, it gets you to where you're doing it right the first time without the trial and error. Okay. And it saves a lot of what we are talking about in here. Your wasted time, your money, your energy, getting all these things going that all of these ladies just showed us and talked about in their little Facebook posts on the group. Okay. So what we're going to do now is I want to talk about one last time for you guys about the Equine Masterclass. This is a validated and confirmed and solidified program that is helping all these people. And I know there's a lot of things out there available for people in the horsemanship world. I know there's a lot, but I would challenge you to try to find anything that's going to fit you and work with you better than this program with all of the things that we have to offer in it. Because it's not just a video vault. As you can see, there's huge transformations coming along with all these people. So let me ask you guys something. All right. Would you be okay if I just took a few minutes and give you one last presentation about what the Equine Masterclass includes? Would you guys be all right with that? We just took a few minutes here. Help you guys out just a little. Put a yes in the chat if you're like, yes, I want to see what is next. So if you guys are up for that, let me know. Chelsea says here, she says, this is quality learning. And Cappy says, for those that can't get to Steve's clinics and the Equine Masterclass, the Equine Masterclass is the next best thing. All right. So Wendy says, yes. Tammy, Karen, yes. Jenny, yes. Amber, yes. Go for it, please. All right. Cool. So let's get down to business. We're just going to go through everything that is included in the Equine Masterclass because this is the last day. I want you guys to see it. I want you to understand it. I want you to be able to make an educated choice on your future and your education with horses. So let's dive into this. Okay. So first thing that we got going here. All right. If you join the Equine Masterclass, this is what you're going to get. All right. You will get access to the brand new content for the Equine Masterclass course. All right. Now, this content has never been released before, and it covers not just things that I'm talking about today, it covers things like the 3 pillars of horsemanship in detail, but it also includes a whole lot more. All right. Think of this as a culmination of all of my experiences and teachings over the years, shared in a way that you can easily digest and also revisit again and again whenever you need a refresher. Okay. Like I said before, all right, in some of my other live presentations and stuff, I will be adding more content to Equine Masterclass as time goes on. Like we're just filming last night. More stuff for the Equine Masterclass. So if you join at the beginning of my launch, you will be able to have the opportunity to give feedback on other course content you would like to see and have me develop over time. Right. And what I want to do is I want to just give you more in depth than just like the 1, 2, 3, 4 swing and wiggle your rope stuff that the other guys only offer. Okay. Or just the stand there and do nothing type of horsemanship as well. What I want is like real life horsemanship for real life situations for like stuff like Judy's going through. Okay. Because I know like what a struggle this is. Like I've been there. Like, how do I progress? How do I move forward? What do I do? And it's important to have a program that's going to evolve and grow with you. And that's what this one will do for you guys. All right. So let's move on to the next one here. So this is what we were just kind of mentioning. All right. You will have the opportunity to help build content. Like we're going to be having an extra Liberty course because it was requested. We're going to have a Garocha course because it was requested. And we have other requests that we're going to be working on. Okay. Let's hear back from Christy. She's been in here before, but she had some cool things to say. So we're going to mention them here today. She says, thank you for creating and offering the Equine Masterclass. This is an incredible program. Everything is in one location, right at my fingertips to refresh and learn new things. This is what I have been looking for and needed. And what she's talking about is part of this is there's an actual app that can go with it that you can load into the phone. Okay. So you can actually have it at your fingertips when you go to the barn, as long as you got some internet access. All right. So how would that make you feel if you had everything you needed at your fingertips as far as education and understanding right there? Okay. It's a huge, important part. Christy also says you hit many things right on the nail in that series. All right. Especially things like no excuses. Make time for your horse. What she's talking about is there's a special section in there that's titled just exactly Equine Masterclass. And it talks about things that are just fundamentally the basis for the mindset and the story to help get you engaged to work on the pathway. All right. She says, her horses are in her own backyard. And I'll be honest, once it turns cold and rainy, I'm good at coming up with excuses. This isn't helping me stay on track or be consistent with her horses. All right. So the question is then the next one is, what would that look like if you were able to eliminate those excuses and finally move forward? Like that would be huge for you, wouldn't it? Okay. If you can finally just eliminate those excuses and move forward. This is such a huge thing. All right. Next thing you're going to get when you sign up today, you'll get access to something I've never offered before, but has been requested time and time again. Something I'm super excited to be able to offer you guys. And it's online coaching with live question and answers. So far, we've already had a couple of those sessions since it's open, and we're due to have another one here very soon. We'll be scheduling it for the group if you guys are on here. And what I've heard from my clients is that they love coming to camps and clinics, but sometimes they need that little extra boost or help on a specific issue when they are on their own. This offering alone, okay, of the coaching is worth the price of admission times 10. Myself and a key few advanced students, when or if I'm not available, will help you guys when you need it. Okay. Because though I have step-by-step instructions in the courses to help you succeed, I know that you will get stuck sometimes. All right. That's just how things kind of work sometimes. You're going to get stuck. So we'll help you and be available for your unique problems and share those issues and solutions with the rest of the group so everyone can learn from each other's mistakes and successes. In addition to the coaching, I'm going to offer a new concept called the Rotha Review. You can send me any short video of any issue that you are having with your horse, and I will give you advice on how to address the situation. That's where things like Judy has sent it in, and I think Lindsay sent some stuff in, and Wendy sent some stuff in. People are able to get direct access. And I mean, I don't know about you, but let's name some of the biggest clinicians out there and name how many people have access to them and name how many times they get back to those people. I think we'd be looking at some very minimal numbers. We just kind of know that, right? You might get access to their program, but you don't get access to them. So there's a big difference here. All right. When you sign up today, you'll get access to something I've never offered before, but has been requested time and time again. Okay. Here it is again, the online coaching, live Rotha Review. Okay. Also, and this is super huge. Okay. You'll get access to One Right Away 1 and One Right Away 2. These are two of the most popular programs I've released to date. They have daily instructional videos and teaching programs that go 30 days each. They come with an instructional book and daily homework. All right. These programs are normally released on a limited basis throughout the year and must be completed within 45 days. So like the next one opens up, I believe, in March. So you get one, you got to wait till March, and it opens up, and it's only good for 45 days. There's reasons for that, and I think it helps people. But if you're not available right then and there and you can't make it, you're on vacation middle of April or whatever the deal is, and you miss out on part of it. So with Equine Masterclass, you have access to both programs to do whenever it is convenient to you. All right. Huge, huge progress. All right. And this One Right Away 1 and One Right Away 2, they help to solve some of the problems that we've been talking about in our series today. All right. Helps to improve your confidence. It gives you a detailed pathway to follow, and it helps to advance your horse to the next level. All right. Let's see what Nancy has to say. She says, I've had thousands of clients. Let's see. She says here, so this, because I've had thousands of clients, like there's one of them here today. And what she says is, this was most success I've ever experienced. I can see a way forward now. It's so huge. Like she can see like the light at the end of the tunnel. All right. Sharon says, highlighted at the end, she says, thank you for offering this incredible training and sharing your expertise. Sam is a different horse now, and I'm a better educated owner. I can't wait to finish this course. It's amazing. Christy says, I have a renewed connection with my horse. Such a huge part there. That's kind of like what Lindsay was talking about. And Wendy, as she's building a new relationship with her young horse. All right. What else we got here? We have Geraldine. Geraldine says, I've never felt as successful with my horse as I am now. And Geraldine, she's cowgirl. Look at her cowgirl hat. She's all dressed up. She's out there in a river. Look at that saddle. Like, that's cowgirl. All right. She knows a lot about horses and what she's doing. She says, I have never felt as successful with my horse as I am now. Mick says, this is an excellent format, and I can totally see how it will help so many people form a better relationship with their horses. Thanks for putting this together, Steve. Well worth the time and investment. All right. And let's keep in mind, when you do one right away, one or two, normally, they're out for 45 days and they're gone. So what a lot of times people do is they take it 2, 3, okay, sometimes even 4 times. And each time they've got to put $200 in the machine to get it to run for 45 days, which is an extremely undervalued amount. Okay. 200 for what's offered is super low value. Okay. Like price tag for the value. All right. But with the lifetime access here, you can go in there at any time you want. So we offer different levels of application for the Equine Masterclass. One of them is lifetime. You can get in here and do this anytime. You get a new horse like Wendy does, you can just take them through the program. You need a refresher. You didn't quite finish it, the 45-day course, because you went on vacation or something came up, family emergency, whatever. You can just dive right back in there. All right. So just this alone is worth a minimum of $600 to $1,000. Because you can get at it. So like if you were to sign up for it that whole time, you 200, 200, 200, 200. All right. Shelly, this is my second time taking the challenge. This program is amazing. I love this journey. So she's a repeat customer taking that in. All right. She really enjoyed it. So what else do we get in here? We get Horse Teacher U. We get levels. We get the Foundation Series, the Colt Starting Series, Success Series, Top 10 Secret Series, plus a whole bunch more that I'll be adding, and that's already in there. There's so many. I had somebody just open it up yesterday for the first time, and like, I had no idea there was so much stuff in there. Yes, there is tons of information in there. And these are just some of the things we have here. We got the Equine Masterclass series itself. We got the One Right Away program, Foundation Series, Success Series, Horse Teacher U's in there, the Foundation of Liberty, got the Levels Pathway. There are so many things available to you guys in the Equine Masterclass. It is just packed full of information to help get you there, because this is the deal. I created this so that you guys have all of the things that I never had. All right. And what does that mean? It's like, well, when I first started, I had some of the best mentors in the world, and they were great, great mentors. But there was no pathway. If you weren't sitting directly with the clinic, there wasn't anything to go home with. And yeah, some of them offered a book here or there, and the books are great, but there's no like ABC 1, 2, 3. They're like, well, if you think, and you kind of fix things up and wait, it'll get better, which are very important concepts and things that I also use in my teaching. But I'm like, I don't even know what to think about sometimes. What am I supposed to be thinking about? I got no idea. Could you give me some ideas? They didn't have ideas unless you were live. Well, if you have a good program with all these pathways, okay, you have a shot at this, right? These are things that I didn't have. And that's why I built them, because I see the hunger and the passion in so many of my clients, but they don't have that pathway. And like I said, the pathway is great, but if you don't fix your mindset and your self-talk, it's not going to work anyhow. Like this stuff is sitting here. It's sitting here right here at the street corner, especially for those of you who are on it. It's on your street corner right now here today. So that's why I put in things in here like this in the very beginning. Like the very first module in here is the Equine Masterclass. And currently, the main parts about that is to help you with your mindset, get that stuff clicking along and going so that you guys can get better. All right, let's move on here. The next thing we've got here, Christy's talking about the colt starting series, and this has been real popular. We got quite a few people in the group that are starting their own colts. They have a horse that maybe they've been in the program for a very long time, and now they have a new horse that they're adding to their herd. All right, she says, I have a pretty good foundation start with the groundwork, but I realized I missed something as simple as lateral flexion. My horse told on me by acting out because he didn't have a clear understanding of what I was asking. I've since cleared up that step, and now we're prepared to move into saddling. I'm reviewing your videos to prepare for each step moving forward. This is good. So she's an experienced colt starter, all right? But now she's able to get some reminders of what's going on. So it's just sitting right there for me. So the question is, the next one is, who would want that, right? Who would want that, right? Let's see. Christy said this is a good one. Christy's on here. Let's see. She's live here with us. She says, I love this. I no longer have a reason to become stuck trying to figure out what to do along the path with my horses. See, this is so good. And she's on here right now with us tonight. So I'm glad you're on here, Christy. You're like, we're blowing you up all over the feed here. You're over all these slides. Okay. So I'm glad you showed up here. Who wants to be like Christy? I love this. I love this. I love this. I love this. Okay. Moving on. We have Alicia. She says, reconnecting with your online forum has been invaluable to help me get excited that there is more I can do during the winter with limited time. Super good. Alicia is one of the kind of the newer people to the clinics and camps in the last year or two. Working on building her confidence and exercises and different things like that. And she's out there trying to kill it and do a good job here. All right. Lisa says, I think, let's see, it is not about a sales pitch, but to really click and enjoy the partnership with your horse so that the horse owner has an opportunity based on 30 plus years of experience to be fair and honest with your horse. You have knocked years of frustration out. Okay. So it's super important here. Like, the time saver and everything that's going on for her. Like, just like, because of the experience I can offer, I'm saving her a huge amount of time. Here we go. We got Wendy on here and Pam. Pam says, gee, Steve, I sure love your short stories, but those 10 little videos are priceless. She's talking about one of the short series in there, the top 10 secrets. And then Wendy says, you nailed it. I totally agree. So the next thing we're going to have in there is access to the future content. We've kind of talked about this already. But while I have hundreds of hours of content already in here, I am still creating new content into Equine Masterclass. And as a member, you're going to get access to this new content to add to your toolkit. As my content keeps growing, so will your relationship with your horse. Okay. For instance, we've already added the 3 pillars, Quinn videos, and stuff into the foundation series. And we have been filming for the last few weeks with stuff that's going to be released as soon as it's edited and through there. All right. So let's talk about some benefits of online training. All right. You can get here when you get the focus. You can, sorry, when you can focus on the training. Okay. So what I'm talking about here is this is the ultimate goal of the Equine Masterclass is to help all of you build and enhance your horsemanship journey. All right. It's been amazing for me to see the thousands of my prior students turn their love and passion for their horses into truly connected relationships full of confidence and fun. All right. But this is the thing. The horsemanship industry has gained so much momentum over the years. It is growing fast, but the knowledge and education side of the industry is still lacking. I've seen that those who supplement their in-person horsemanship training with online training courses advance much quicker than those who don't have that supplement. The reason for this is simple. When you do online training, and that brings us to this first point, you're doing it when you can focus on the training. Okay. Like when you have time, when you're not in the office or whatever, you can do it at a time that works for you. Like this Saturday, I want to go over to Liberty Course. Okay. You can schedule that. And you can rewatch the content over and over, specifically revolving around the issues that you're working on. Like if you're watching a Colts, you're trying to get your Colt started or something, you can review these videos. There's dozens and dozens of things like that in the Foundation Series and Cold Start that'll help you. You can just keep reviewing them. For example, just this week, I was talking to someone about online training and its true value and potential. And they were doing they were in a different industry, but they were doing a basic training on how to sell a project to a public agency. And a brand new salesperson, okay, was getting education from them, okay. And this new person in the company closed the deal for over $30 million. So there was a head instructor teaching a newbie how to sell because of those sales pitches and delivering all the structure and organization, everything they taught in that series. She was able to sell a project for 30 million, which she'd never ever done before. All right. Because she just gone in and rewatched the training videos in that particular course. Now, that may seem unrelated to this horsemanship course, but we will be addressing that connection to this in a few minutes. All right. So in that situation, she was able to process the lessons at her own pace, go back in after the presentations and review. All right. Now, Geraldine goes on to say here, all right, she says, to me, this is better than a 3-day clinic because I can go back and view the video again and again. What I have achieved in 3 weeks would normally take me a year and a half to accomplish. So Geraldine's like, she's seeing the efficiency here because she can just step back in there and get that review that she needs. All right. Christy's back. She says, I truly appreciate and believe in your program. It makes sense and definitely is proven to work. I highly recommend this program to anyone who wants to continue learning and has the opportunity to join. This is something many trainers don't offer. It is well worth the investment. All right, so now we're just about done here, but we got some extra bonuses that come in here, and these are such cool and important things. I really wanted to touch base on these so that you guys can understand all of the layers that go on here. All right, so let's talk about our bonuses that we've got going here. All right, 1 minute, gotta click over here. All right, first off is access to a private Facebook group. And you guys saw like us surrounding Judy with help, 36 comments within just a few hours. There's probably even more now. And I imagine by next week, there's going to be tons more in there. All right. So you get that private Facebook group and a community that comes with it. And again, this isn't just your normal community where it's just average people. Like there's one out there like horse questions answered or whatever, horse training questions. I don't remember the name of it. It's just like, oh Lord, the stuff that's in there, like some of it's good, but you got to weed through it because it's so inconsistent. They're all different methods, all different programs, all different things. And the people coming in there aren't starting with the right education anyhow. So they don't understand half the answers and just kind of a mess over there. I'll be honest with you. But in this group, they're educated. We're all heading the same direction. We're using the same tools. We're using the same pathways. So everything's more organized. And that Facebook group is much more efficient for people. All right. The next thing you get is discounts on tack. This is the only place people are going to be able to get discounts on the Continental saddles that we sell. And you're going to get extra discounts for tack and things. All right. The other thing, this is live stream. This is a little picture of the phone or the app on the phone. Okay. You can just, there's a little modules here. And then you just click on them and they pop right up on your phone. So that's huge. You can just stream that anytime you want. All right. The other one that's huge. Okay. This is a bonus that could truly be life-changing for so many of you in the horse world. We're giving you an opportunity, okay, to join our affiliate program. What does that mean? What's an affiliate program? This isn't just a program. It's a chance to start making real money in the horse industry. And here's how it works. As an affiliate, you'll earn a generous commission every time someone you refer joins the Equine Masterclass. You're not just promoting a course, you're sharing a program you believe in and helping others discover the potential for a powerful, positive partnership with their horse. Imagine having the ability to fund your horsemanship goals and support your passion, all while helping others grow. Think about what it would mean to be able to cover the cost of tack, gear, and clinic fees just by sharing your journeys and successes with others. And here's the best part. You don't need to be a marketing expert to make this work. We'll provide you with all the resources you need to spread the word, from sample posts to emails and more. You'll have the power to make this a seamless part of your everyday life. Whether you're a trainer, an instructor, barn manager, or just an enthusiast who just loves the lifestyle, this is a way to turn your passion into an income. And let's be honest, the horse industry can be financially tough, right? This is an opportunity to finally make your passion profitable while empowering your friends, family, and fellow riders to achieve their goals too. So when you sign up today, you're not just getting the Equine Masterclass, you're unlocking a real opportunity to build financial freedom right here in the industry that you love. Imagine being a part of a movement that's bringing real results to riders around the world and getting paid to do it. This one leads us back to the individual who was able to close on a deal worth over $30 million just from reviewing and applying the steps outlined for her in their online training course. I'm not saying you will earn that kind of money, but we will help you along the way to be effective with your promotion so that you can increase your sales significantly and at the same time spread the word about programs that you have seen success with. This one thing could actually pay for an incredible amount of things. All right. Now, how many of you on here put a 1 in the chat if you are the person that has that special envelope that you stash away for your horse funds? Put a 1 in the chat. You have that envelope stashed. Maybe it's a piggy bank. Maybe it's just a separate account. Maybe whatever. But it's like, these are the funds for my horses. Who has that special account? Right? What if you had a way to fill that envelope with something other than selling your old tack or putting eggs out at the end of the driveway or even pulling funds from your child's college tuition? Okay. So this affiliate program we offer you away, and we've already had a number of people pay for either part or all of their equine masterclass fees by using their affiliate links. They've gotten people signed up, they're getting them through there, and it is starting to add up for these people. Okay. So this is everything you're going to get: the Equine Masterclass course, the coaching question and answer, the Road to Review, One Right Away 1 and 2, Horse Teacher U, Levels, Foundation Series, Colt Starting Series, Success Series, Top 10 Secrets, access to future content. All right. You get the private Facebook group, you get discounts on tax, streaming of all 200 plus videos, and you get to become an affiliate. All right. So, what is the total value of this? Total value is $18,700 with all of these bonuses and things in here. And I know that seems like quite a bit, but if you really break it down and like dissect all these things, that is the value of this. And I look back at my own education. I promise you, I've spent well over $1 million in my career for my education. That I can assure you. And all the trucks I've burned up, the transmissions I had to replace, the time and money I've lost from not being at another job, all the frustration and confusion and mistakes and broken bones and time spent in the hospital. And if you just add up every little thing, the cost of going to other clinics, the cost of going to trainers, the fuel and the transport and all these things, easily $1 million. All right. And what I'm doing is I'm transferring all that information, those ups, the downs, the pathways to learning, everything into this program. Okay. So this is your last shot at the pre-sale offer. We offered this in November. We opened it up again for New Year's. And then this is it. This is the last shebang for you. Okay. So it is worth $18,700. All right. And the retail price of this program, when it's officially launched and just out there for everybody, it is going to be priced at $1997. So essentially $2,000 is what it's going to be priced at. All right. But today, I'm offering this program at the pre-sale discount for the last time. All right. For $997 for a lifetime membership. All right. Again, you get lifetime access to all of this content, everything that we're doing for the $997 price. So it's half off the regular price and it's way less than the value you got going. And like I said, some of these people have already paid off their deal just through the affiliate link, and they're now making money by being in this program. So the cost of the program is gone, and now they're making money. But you can only be an affiliate by being in the Equine Masterclass. They're sharing it anyhow. They want to get people in. They're making money off it. Okay. So this is the New Year's special here. All right. This is your last chance to get in here at these prices. Okay. $997. All right. This is everything that we have to offer. All right. Value 18,700, half off the regular price, $997. All right. This sale ends today. All right. This is it. I don't know, close it off at midnight or whatever. They'll probably be pretty punctual about that. So this is it. This is your last chance at it. All right. January 8th. That is today. Half price. What you want to do is you go in and you can use this code. All right. For the new year. Just code new year. Let me pull this up here. One other thing here. And you're probably wondering, well, where is the link for all of these things? Okay. So let me scroll down here. We'll get one more thing going here. All right. So there you have it. That's the price. That's the offer. All right. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put a link down into the chat here. That link will take you directly over to the checkout page. All right. And you can get in there with that code New Year and you'll get 50% off. If I were you, I would not procrastinate on this. Okay. I know some of you have been sitting on the fence. Well, I want to see what the program's like. I want to see if this is good enough. I want to see if people are getting results. And I get that. I'm a studier too, but this is the last chance at that price. Okay. So we're going to put the offer up here and let's see, I'm going to go into the chat. Here's the link for you at the bottom. It's an equinemasterclass.com link. Just click on that link here. I'll put it in here a couple times for you so that you guys have it. All right. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. One more screen here. So what I also want to do is I want to stick around for some Q&A for you guys if you have any questions. But before we do, let's just give an affiliate example here. Okay. So while you guys are getting some of your questions together, let's just go over this. All right. Because I know some of you are probably a little bit hesitant, and I get that. So in my program, all right, I constantly talk about how many fundamentals of trading can be broken down into simple numbers and ratios. So let's do a number comparison in order to understand what the affiliate program looks like. All right. Now, for example, if you had two people, all right, purchase at the normal price, and that's what's going to be available after today, it's $2,000. So if they purchase a lifetime, all right. And this applies for all the levels. There's lifetime, there's yearly, there's monthly, not for the special today. It's just lifetime. But let's say they signed up for $2,000. You get a 30% commission. This 25% thing is wrong. You get 30. Okay. And that's going to come to $1,200. So with two people coming in, the 30% commission, you get $1,200 just like that. Okay. You can use it towards a credit for a clinic. You can take the money and run. You can do whatever you want with that. All right. Now, these are just a few of the people that have sent in testimonials after signing up just in the first week. Brenda sent one in. Wendy sent one in. Cindy sent one in. We saw one from Rosie. That wasn't her first week. She's done multiple now that she's been in for 6 weeks or so. So all these people are out here turning and burning and having success while we are sitting on the sidelines. All right. These people are making steps forward towards their future. They've pulled the trigger, invested in themselves, and decided this is how they're going to do it. All right. So what I want to do is I want to open up the Q&A. So if you guys are in here in the chat, like this, Christy says, get the lifetime. You can't go wrong. All right. And Donita's thinks, and this is important, she's already in it, but she still thinks 1997 is still a steal for what she's been in the program. She knows what she's looking at. She still thinks that 1997 is a steal. All right. So if you guys have any questions, let me know. Tara says, this program has helped me with everything I do with horses. Tara works with young horses. She has a 3-year-old this year. She has an older mare that's, I don't forget how old. We'll call her 10 years old. And then she works weanlings for a local ranch. She's applying this program all over the place to help her with her horses. All right. So, yes, and there are payment plans. So there is a 4-pay in there, Cappy. She's wanting to mention that. So you can, I'll put that in the chat. There is a 4-pay option. So you don't have to pay the whole price today. You can, when you go in there into the checkout, there is a 4-pay option. So let me, let me just try this here real quick. Yeah, so when you go in to the checkout page, let me just do this for you guys. So you need to make sure when you type, oh, well, hopefully my admin's on here. It's looking like when we type in the code new year, oh, I see. You gotta do the lifetime. Sorry. Okay, this is good. I should have this on screen right now. Let me pull this up. There we go. Okay, so let me try a screen share here real quick. Sorry, we gotta flip screens here to make this work. So let me, one second here. Let's get all this situated. Okay. Where are we? Sorry, I got a bunch of stuff going on. I'll just pop over here and show you guys what we got going. So I'm going to do a screen share with a new location window, Chrome tab. There we go. Okay. So this is the checkout page. All right. So if you were to go there, all right, and I'm just going to reboot this. All right. So we're just going here to step 2. All right. You just come in here and you enter. So you got to go over here to lifetime and you can do a 4-pay. All right. Or here. Now, 4-pay is not enough. Reach out to my office, info@horseteacher.com. We can go a little longer if you guys need it. I know not everybody can do that. Now, real important here. If you type this in, do not hit return right here. Hit apply with your mouse or click on it, right? So after you type new year, don't hit return. I did that myself first couple times I did it. You hit apply and then that discount will be applied. Okay, so you can get the discount for here. So you have to retype it in if you move it, right? Just retype your code in, new year, and then that will apply your discount right there, $9.98. So it's even less than 1,000. All right, you can click here, type it in, and then you are golden. Okay. Just wanted to kind of show you guys how that worked because I know sometimes people get a little bit confused there on that sort of thing. All right. So let me hop back on here and we're going to come here. So if anybody has any questions, Atticus videos, we will be posting some for sure. We don't have any of those of him yet, but we will be making some for him. Let's see. Yeah, Donita's already working on it. Donita's not tech savvy, and she's already earned some affiliate commission. All right, so she's already pulling stuff off because some people have said this. Well, Steve, why are you releasing this during the early bird specials? All right, I wanted to release it in the wintertime so people can make use of the videos the most when they're not necessarily traveling like during the summer and all that. I wanted these to be in your hands in the wintertime where you can really dive in here and get things started so you can make a plan for the year. Well, it also overlaps with early bird specials. Well, the good news about that is this. If you get some affiliates going, you can pay for all of it if you hustle, but you got to hustle, right? The affiliate program's like a reward for hustling, right? You've got to hustle. And if you do, and you do it right, you get just a few people on there. I mean, those things really start to add up if you do this right. All right. These things will really start adding up if you do it right. All right. So let me get one more thing going here. Dun, dun, dun. So let's see if anybody else has any questions. All right, any questions? Dun, dun. Let me open one more thing here. All right, so just in case anybody is wondering what the offer was, one more time. There it is, everything that you get, and the value and all the things. Okay. Where do you find your affiliate link? Okay, so your affiliate link, Wendy, will be emailed to you. So if you did not get that email link, email the office, say, hey, this is Wendy. I missed the email, maybe never got, whatever. And they will pop that over to you because everybody has their own independent link. But that should have been emailed to you in the process. How do you find the private Facebook page for Equine Masterclass? You type in Equine Masterclass into Facebook and it should pop up. Then you go in there and you ask, like, can I be accepted? You answer the questions. If you cannot find it, you could probably on Excel with Horses just mention it and somebody will give it to you. And if somebody does, then you could go to the office, be like, hey, I need the link directly to Facebook. And maybe even somebody can pop it in the chat here if somebody has it. Let me just try it here. 1 sec. Let me pop over here. Give me just a sec to answer that question. Let's just get you in here. I think this should do it. Maybe somebody can pop this link and see if it works. Oh, let's see. This should get you in. Well, it won't get you in, but it will get you to the page there, Tammy. The Facebook one I just posted. It says host. That's me. So hopefully that's what you guys got. Okay. Yeah, everybody's got their links going. All right. All right. Anybody else? Any questions? Goldendale, baby. How do I find the private? Just trying to read some of our chat here. Katie says, having success with my catching the horse problem has me motivated to work on more lessons. I love that she finally is able to get that. When will we learn who the coaches will be? When I need the coaches, I will let you know, Wendy. Right now, I'm trying to sail this ship myself for you guys. But when if I get swamped for some reason, and it's been a little while since I've been on there, we'll pull the coach card. But right now I'm holding you guys up for that. Okay. Boy, everybody's flying links around here. Okay. Anybody else? Any questions? Maybe put a like in the chat. Did you guys like this presentation? Was it good for you? Did you enjoy being here? Like, let me know. Like, did you guys like this? If so, put a like in the chat. Maybe a comment. Like, did you learn anything from this series? I know this is partially a presentation for Equine Masterclass, but did we get you kind of motivated a little bit about changing your story, about affecting your mindset? Did it help, seeing some of these other people, what they've posted online and already gone through? What was in the trailer? I'm not releasing that yet. We will do a presentation for that, Donita, but thank you for trying again. It's a surprise, and when it is time, I'll reveal it. All right, if you've signed up for the yearly, can it be changed to a lifetime? Yes. Email the office, info@horseteacher.com. They will tell you what to do. Most likely what you'll do, and don't hold me to this, but you'll sign up for the yearly and then they'll cancel your monthly. I think that's how it works. I am not on the tech side of that. I can barely run this little Facebook thingy, but I believe that's what will happen. But you want to confirm that. info@horseteacher.com. If for some reason you don't get through, it's info@onerideaway.com. I will put that in the chat. This is, it would help if I spelled it right. Okay, that is for help. That's helpline. Okay. It's also on this slide here. If you guys need it, info@horseteacher. And let me turn this thing off. There you can see it. All right, let me check the chat. Will there be an app eventually? Yeah, so there is an app for Equine Masterclass. Holds the video vault. There will be a separate app, a whole separate ball game. It is so close to being finished. It is actually finished. We are going through the final updates and bugs and all the things that go on with apps that I had no idea needs to go on with apps, because it's really not like building a website where you can just like flip on Wix and have a website in 10 minutes. These apps take a while. We've been building it for a very long time, and we're going to release it regardless, but I kind of want to make sure that as many things are working on it as possible before we get it out to you. So that will be coming up, yes, soon. Olga. Donita, your one-handed videos are awful. Okay, so what can you do? You can set your phone on a tripod. I have, for some of my filming, let me pull it out. This is one option, Donita. Let me whip it up here. I use one of these sometimes. It's kind of a skeletal bendy tripod. Okay, and then you can mount your phone in here. Just clip it in, it rotates and whips around. You can do horizontal, vertical. This will strap onto a fence. You can hook it. You got to situate it. And then what I do is, say you set this up on your arena fence or a barrel or whatever. You just mark what you can see, like put a cone on the edge of the screen here, and then put a cone on the edge of the screen here, and then just stay between the cones, and then it'll film you. The other option is a Pivo. Okay, I don't have mine in here, but you can use a Pivo. They're a little bit trickier, but they will hold you in frame, and then you don't have to hold the camera. It's a little bit blotchy jumping, whatever, but the same thing. If you just stay within a range, it should actually film you really good. And those are Pivo. Okay, a couple options there for you. So Amazon, they'll get you taken care of. Okay, yeah, somebody struggles with the Pivo. Apps are hard to build. Yes, they are. Oh, I love this. You always motivate me. You're the Mr. Rogers of horsemanship. All right. So I got to get going here real shortly. I'm actually hopping in the truck to head out to my next clinic. So still got to load some things and get everything situated. So I don't want to cut you guys short, but I got to get on to my next deal. So anybody else, any questions? Amy says the Pivo works great for her. Cone is a good idea. Then you know where you're at. Yep. Give us a link to the tripod. I need it for round pen panel pipes. I will look it up here. Let me just see if I ordered it on my Amazon. Let me just look here. It probably isn't in here, but let me 1 second here. Whoops. Let me just see if it actually does on here. If anybody else has any questions, pop them in the chat. I'm going to get rolling here. I would definitely take advantage of this deal if you guys can. Ooh, here it is. This is probably my favorite one here. Let me try to find, whoops. Oh, okay, this is so they don't make that one anymore, but this one, let's see if this is open. This one's a pretty good one too. Let me see. How do I just got to grab a link here. Where do we get this from? Sorry, I just want to make sure we're getting the right thing here. I am not seeing the link here. I'll probably just copy it off the top of the page here, but sorry, I don't share much stuff on Amazon here. There has got to be a send button. And of course, I am not seeing it on here. Well, just search for phone tripod with holder, mini camera, flexible tripod. So it'd be a flexible tripod stand. Yeah, I'm not seeing the link here. For whatever reason, it's not popping up here. Yeah, so it's a flexible tripod stand. Let me look at one more spot here. I do not understand why this is not popping up, but that's just how that always goes. Da, da, da. Yeah, we're spending a lot of time here on this one. Just wanted to try to get you situated. So yeah, I'm gonna pop back over here. Yeah, so it's a flexible tripod stand. All right. So sorry about that. Couldn't find the link. Oh, there we go. Wendy's got one. Perfect. She's already nailed it. Thank you, Wendy. Tara's got it. All right, everybody's got me covered. Thank you. Yes, Donita, we are pulling out here shortly for Ben. I cannot wait to see you. I'll be rolling in there soon. All right. Are you bringing an extra horse to Ben? Do I get a finder's fee? No extra horse. I'm actually not hauling a horse down there. I got something I got to pick up. So flatbed only. I'll be borrowing a horse down there, I think, from Wayne, hopefully. Got to go play with my land shark. Bye. Go to Best Buy. People has a tripod. It's not that expensive. I'll find it. Thanks for looking. Atta girl. Are you bringing an extra horse from Yakima? Do I get a finder's fee? No, no extra. Oh, that's right. You sent me something there. No, we're not bringing that one. All right. Well, this is your last shot. It's a no-brainer here. Don't take it from me. Take advantage of this. It's the last chance we're going to have this price. Who knows? Maybe ever. I don't even know. Like probably it's yeah, just take advantage of it. You're going to baby in the first week of instruction and value and community and all these things. So if you're sitting on the fence, you know, and you're not sure, this is a good pathway to fix your mindset, to fix your story, to fix your pathway, all these things. This is the option here for you. Okay. And if you're not sure, you want to like get some more just information about it, just in general, you can go to the main page there, equinemasterclass.com. There are a couple more videos on that page, and you can watch the videos. I think the first video is probably 7 minutes, and then there's like a 30-minute video that you can sign up for, education and tips and stuff in that. So I want to make sure you guys are making an educated decision. You've done your research, you're happy with the process, all the things. Again, if you need any help, you can always email info@horseteacher.com. They can answer any questions that you guys have about this program or anything else, upcoming clinics, all the things. Yeah, but I'm excited about this year. We got more stuff coming down the pipeline. You guys got no idea. We got some stuff that say this is super expensive for you. There's some stuff this year. It ain't going to hardly cost you anything. It'll be super motivating for you. It is not this program, and it's not like going to be as good as this program, but like, if you're sitting here like, I want to be involved in some way, like there's going to be other things available for you guys coming up down the road. It's just that Equine Masterclass is the centerpiece of it all. And that's where all the really cool stuff's going to be happening. And like new stuff coming out video wise, whatever, it's just going to go straight in there. So cool. All right. Yes, I have the Aurora vest going. I'm charging the battery as we speak. You bet, Cappy, I did it just for you. And I got to get on a road, but really, like, Cappy shouldn't be missing these because she's East Coast. So anybody getting to this later, yeah, they get a chance. So, all right, well, I'm out. I don't see any more questions. Thank you guys very much for taking your time. I know you're busy. I know you got a lot of things. I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much for being a part of this community, supporting me, supporting each other, supporting your horses, your horsemanship, and especially for supporting yourself. Tell yourself a good story. Get your mindset set right. Get wrapped around. Get things lined out for 2025. This could really be your year. This could be your year to stay healthy, get in shape, follow a pathway, get surrounded by a good community, make some big strides with your horsemanship. This could be the year. But the only thing holding you back is the inaction. Okay? So act. Try it. Click the buttons. Do the things. Show up. Be that person. Be strong. All right. So, awesome. You guys are very thankful. And I'm thankful for you. So, all right. Well, I've talked straight for an hour and 40 minutes. So I'm going to get on out of here. Appreciate you guys. And yes, it is Tempe's year and your year. I love it. All right. Well, I'm going to find the end stream button, and we'll catch you guys later. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see.